Hello, everyone here. Can I move this over? I should have done that before I hit record. Give us a second. Sorry, I just want to make sure you guys can see Mike too. So hello, everyone. We are Mike and Ashley Walmer. We are so excited to be on here with you guys. If we haven't met you yet, you are part of our team, so welcome to the family. We are part of your upline leaders, and we do this every single Monday night at 9 o'clock. We get on here, tips, tricks, training, all the goodies stuff for you. So tonight we have some fun stuff, you guys. This is our first team Zoom of 2020, which is crazy insane. So I'm going to get started with a few different announcements real quick, and then I'm going to pass it over to this guy because you guys know when he gets on here, he always brings the fire and stuff. So this is the very last week of bonus pool dates. So what that means for you is if you are wanting to make an extra percentage on your customer sales, you're going to want to get that PCCV up to at least 250. Okay, some of you guys are going to go for the 500 so you can make 25%, and some of you are pushing for that 1,000 to actually get a share in the customer bonus pool. Remember, if you get your customer volume up to 1,000, you're also making 25% commission and you're earning shares into the customer bonus pool. So this is the very, very last week for that, and also to go director. I know that there are so many of you that are right there on the cusp for that. Also, we just announced a new challenge, which is so exciting and so fun, and we're going to kind of unpack that a little bit tonight. But if you weren't on the corporate call last night, we as an entire company, Eryns International, are getting ready to partake in the Renew 180 challenge, which is going to center around weight loss and getting people in shape, renewing their mind, renewing their spirit, renewing their bodies for the next 90 days. Okay, so I'm going to kind of just pass it over to Mike, and then we're going to unpack some of that here in just a little bit.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. And as Ashley just talked about, she was traveling. She'd been in Nebraska. She had been in team events with many of you. And she got back, I think, about 3 a.m. this morning. And when I got home from work, she was dragging a little bit. She was tired. And I was like, Ashley, this is no time to be tired. Like, there is a lot of stuff to be excited about right now. It's a new year. It's a new decade. This is huge. And we talk about this business. I mentioned a month or so ago that this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not meant to be a get rich fast, although you can make a lot of money very fast. But we always say in this, and some of you have been with Ashley and Aspen long enough, you'll know where this came from, but we say, give us 2 years of your life and we will change it forever. And if you keep doing the right things consistently, you will have your breakthrough as long as you stay excited and you keep sharing this. And now with this new year, like, I'm excited because I know what's about to happen. We launched this company for pre-launch back in June, in the middle of summer, when people are distracted, when people are doing things. And now we're coming into January where everybody just got done with the holidays. Everybody has their New Year's resolutions. People don't have things going on. They're ready for change in their life. They're ready for something different. They spent all their money at Christmas and the holidays. They need to do something different financially. It's a new year. They're ready to change. After the holidays, they need to get healthier again. This is the time. This is the time when big things happen. So last year, this company had a pre-launch to help get people in the company and help get things in place before we officially launched. We knew there's going to be some things to work out, and they invited us brave souls in to be a part of this. And those who got in and understood the vision of not where the company is, but where it's going, we're going to be rewarded for helping get this company off the ground. And we're about to launch officially, and it's going to be a big, big deal. I'm really excited because I know what's about to happen. And so I was watching church yesterday. I was watching a sermon from Paul Doherty at Victory Church in Tulsa, and I just remembered liking the sermon. I knew I wanted to watch it again. I was watching it again tonight after I heard last night's announcement, and I thought it was really cool. Pastor Paul was talking about Elijah and how Naaman was somebody as a leader in Syria who had leprosy. And Naaman told him to go bathe in the Jordan River 7 times. And, we talk about that a lot in Eryns, the number 7, the number of completion. And Pastor Paul talked about how it's a new year, it's a new decade, and how it's time for renewal. And there's renewal in these 7 key areas. And each time Naaman bathed in the river, it represented a renewal in this different area. And these key areas were renewal of the mind. Like, we got to get right up here in the first place, right? Renewal of the mouth. This year, guys, we are dedicated. We're only going to speak positivity. We're only going to speak life. Vision. It's time to have a big, clear vision. Habits. It's time to change our habits and form new ones. Our surroundings. We need to have renewal of our surroundings. Get rid of some of that junk that shouldn't be there and maybe bring some more of the focus on the good that we do have in our lives. Our attitude. And our attitude determines our altitude, right? And so if you're sitting around pouting or focused on the negative things in life and talking about all the things that are holding you back, you're never going to get ahead. And then the last one is just the heart and having a renewal of the heart, starting with a clean heart, guys. And so that's letting go of any guilt that you're carrying, any shame, any resentment or anger that you're holding towards others. Leave that in the past. We have a new year. We have a new decade. We're in the right place at the right time with a ground floor company that is officially launching. And I thought it was so cool that his whole message was around renewal. And we have our Renew 180 challenge. And it's so cool because not only are we in the right place at the right time, but this challenge it speaks to all the things. It gives us the tools that go along with the message of Pastor Paul. It gives us the opportunity. This challenge gives us the opportunity to help heal the mind. It gives us the chance to speak life, to be positive, to have that big vision for where we're going, to change our habits and our surroundings, have that positive attitude and spread joy, and just have that renewed heart. And this challenge, I love that it's not just about losing weight. It's about renewal, your whole body, spirit, and mind. It's such an incredible thing. So I was just really excited about that message and how it lined up with what we're doing. And I'm just knowing the timing of all this. This is just incredible. And I know what's about to happen for everybody. I'm really excited.
Yeah, it was funny last night, you guys, on the team call, as I was taking notes as they were going through the Renew 180 challenge, I just started thinking, I wrote down the words, look up renewal Bible verses, because there's so much about renewing, the renewal of your heart and your mind. And just, you guys, we have an opportunity right now during this next 90 days to lead. And I'm not just talking, like Mike said, leading in weight loss, but leading people, educating people, being that bright light, inspiring people to, like Mike said, renew their mind, leave the junk out. I mean, when you guys get on Facebook, you scroll through, and how much junk do you see? How much negativity do you see? We have an opportunity right now to be that light for people, to be that thing that they attract to. You know, when they get on Facebook, are they looking, you know, for Lori, for Sarah's post, for Bonnie's post? Are they looking for your guys' posts because they know that when they go to your page, you are somebody that represents excitement, vulnerability, just honest truth, right? And in a different way, a blessing, something that could benefit their life. So let's talk a little bit. Did you have anything else you wanted to say about that?
No, you just know that people want more and they want better. And we get the chance to be that better for them, to bring that better to them, invite people in and help spread what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, Steph just said, we just had such an incredible weekend with vision boards here. It was perfect for renewing and starting the year ready. Absolutely, 100%. I want you guys right now, if you are ready for that in your own life, like if you're ready for renewal, if you are ready for renewal of your mind, your body, your spirit, your attitude, your mind, mouth, vision, habits, surrounding heart, put a 7 in the chat right now. Like every single one of you guys that are ready for all of that renewal, like just accept that. It's funny that Steph, you just typed that, because Steph's word of the year is accept miracles and expect miracles, right? And when you have your hand out, you're ready to accept that. So you guys, by just claiming that over your life right now, throwing those 7s in the chat, I'm going to pray for each and every one of you that you are expecting that and you're accepting that over your life, this renewal. So let's switch gears just a little bit and kind of talk through what this looks like. And I'm promising you and telling you, as soon as we get off the Zoom, I am jumping on a leader Zoom with our 2 stars and above and talking through some very specific things that are going to be happening for our team during this 180 challenge. But I want you guys to know what you can expect right now. So the challenge starts on January 19th. We have about a week and a half to kind of wrap our brains around this, get ready, get excited, put some things in place to really start running, not just for us. I mean, how many of you want to lose a little bit of weight, renew your mind, get healthier, right? Like, it's not just about what it's going to do for our businesses, but it's about what it's going to do for us. And I am so ready for that and so excited about that. So we have just a little bit to get on there, buy our products, wait for them to come in the mail before this challenge starts. So if you have not yet gone to, will you type that in the chat real quick, Mike? Renew180challenge.com. Okay. Renew180challenge.com is the website, and it is beautiful, you guys. Molly did so good on this website. I am so proud of her. She is so amazing. Sign yourself up. Go through the steps. Click through every single one of the pages. Get familiar with it, you guys. That way, when you're sending people there, you know exactly how to talk them through, how to navigate the website, what it is they're looking for. You're comfortable with the information that's already out there. So that is going to be step one for you. Maybe you went ahead and signed up last night, but you haven't actually clicked through every piece of everything. Do that. Take 5-10 minutes, get on there, get familiar with it. It's going to help answer questions. I know myself and Nikki were just talking earlier. We've been getting tons of just really kind of basic questions, and you guys are going to be able to answer most of them by just getting on that website and getting to know it. All right. Sign yourself up. What? Can I throw a tip out there? Yeah, absolutely. Nikki, did you need to unmute, or are you going to put it in the chat?
Yeah, I was just going to say, because I went through it a couple times today and looked at stuff, and then just talking with people after I just put my post up. One thing that I maybe would recommend, because right now we're not getting, when they sign up, it doesn't actually link them to us as a customer, or, you know what I mean? It doesn't ask at the very beginning who referred them. So we really don't have a way of knowing who's actually signed up. So instead of just giving out the website, I actually collected email addresses, and I told them, I will go ahead and sign you up. And then I shoot, after I've signed them up, I shoot them the website so that they have it, so they have the information, but then I know that they are physically signed up. So that's just a suggestion I had, because I kind of thought, wow, if I send people there and they don't sign up, I don't have a way to know that. So that's just something that I thought I'd throw out there.
Yeah, great suggestion. I love that. I didn't even think of that. And you guys set up, or if you haven't downloaded the Reach app or some sort of way to fast text your people, set up a Reach app group of all the people that are in that. Okay, that is perfect. Thank you so much, Nikki. So the corporate resources that are going to be coming out for you guys is the website. Okay, that's the front end page. Then there's going to be a series of emails. And the awesome thing is we're going to be getting those emails as well. But they're going to be dripping on these people for a while. And you guys, how incredible is that? We as brand ambassadors need to give exceptional customer service, but our corporate staff has our back. Once those emails are in the system, they're going to stay in the system. You guys, after this 90-day challenge, what do you think they're going to do with those emails? They're going to continue to drip on these people. And so think about that long term, what that can do for your business. As far as Ignite resource, so this is what is coming. Like I said, what is coming, because I'm getting on a Zoom right after this with our leaders, and we're going to map out everything for you guys. We're going to have a few team contests for you, so you can be winning certain things. I'm not even going to give it away yet, but there's going to be different things as a team that you guys are going to be able to win through Ignite. We're going to have a before and after thread of as soon as you start getting your before and afters approved by corporate. And you guys, think of it as a transition. Don't just think, oh, we're going to have a before picture and in 90 days you're going to have an after. Do it weekly, do it monthly, do it twice a week, right? You guys are going to start having transformations as we go through this journey. And how awesome is that going to be for you to build your business through this 90-day challenge? So every time you get a corporate approved photo, we're going to have a thread for that. There might be a team contest for that, because I want to incentivize you to get your own pictures, but I want to collectively as a team have a ton of pictures of our people, okay? There's going to be an album coming of scripts, posts, all the good stuff that you guys are used to with Ignite, okay? We're going to also have an accountability group. So everybody that gets on here, we're going to have a Facebook group, because we know that 90% of success rate that comes when somebody does a diet or a transformational thing is community. They need that community. They need other people like them that are doing it with them. They're going to be getting the emails, but we're going to also create a Facebook event that you can add these people to, which is just going to be incredible. We're also going to have a couple Facebook events opportunity events that you guys are able to plug people into, just like the 12 days of Christmas that we had. We're also going to start an opportunity blitz starting next week, where every single day there's going to be a way for you to plug people into either a Zoom, a call, or in person, getting the information. We are also going to be giving you guys a recruiting tip of the day on Ignite. So there is going to be a hashtag sign1BA tip of the day that is going to be on Ignite every single day by a certain time that you can go to, and they'll forever be there. Okay, so that'll be the awesome thing too. So how to kind of run with this, you guys are going to want to post about it. You're going to want to message people about it. Huge thing, you guys. So it's going to be $148 for that trio kit, right? There's also a starter kit. So every single time that you are getting ready to sign up a VIP customer and get them on the $148 plus $9.97 enrollment fee, guess what you can say? Hey, for $40 more, not just $50, because they're paying the $10 enrollment process, for $40 more, you can actually do what I do and not just get in this challenge, but also make money with this challenge. I love that. Don't put a single person in the system without saying, for $40 more, you can do what I do and actually make money. All right. So just one thing that I was looking through is when you get the trio kit for yourself, right? It's $148 for all three of those products. You go enroll 3 people in that trio kit as well, actually getting in as brand ambassadors with the $199 kit. There's a $50 fast start attached to that. So if you guys this week go in and buy your products for $148 and you set a personal goal to enroll 3 brand ambassadors at that $199, you just got your kit for free. You just got that Renew 180 challenge pack for free, because you're going to be earning $150 in fast starts. So that is my goal. That is my challenge to every single one of you that is partaking in this, is no less than 3 new brand ambassadors personally enrolled. I want you to think about how many people are on your team right now. And if you went and personally enrolled 3 more people and every single person on your team did that, what explosion would happen in your business? We're talking everybody at Director Summit in 2 months, right?
A whole lot of fun.
A whole lot of fun. All right, so I want to bring on somebody that I have had the pleasure of getting to know over the last couple of weeks. I am so stinking excited for you guys to hear from her. She was our top brand ambassador enroller in the month of December. And not only was she the top brand ambassador enroller with like 1 or 2, but she signed 11, you guys, 11. When most people are taking back and doing parties and Christmas shopping, this woman said, no, not me. I am going all in. I am not waiting until 2020. I am going to finish strong so I can start strong in 2020, and enrolled 11 brand ambassadors. You guys, no excuses. All right. So Eryn Austin, are you there?
There
Yay! I just found you. Okay, I'll unmute you.
This is one that I'm excited to hear from, Eryn. This last week, I don't remember if I saw a post where it was like, when are we going to get Eryn on a Zoom talking to people? I know the wisdom and experience you have to share. I'm excited to hear from you tonight.
I'm having so much fun. It's ridiculous. And I'm so sorry about my giant dogs. I have 3 100-pound plus dogs in my house. Life isn't crazy enough, so we actually work with a giant dog rescue. And so this little girl right here is with me until she finds her forever home. So she's going to be really up in my business a lot while we build some trust. So I'm sorry about that. But so Christmas Eve, I think, was my 1 month, anniversary with the company. And it's been a wild ride for sure.
I am so excited, you guys. And Eryn is somebody who is a 6-figure earner in this industry. So she's not just somebody, okay? So you're going to want to, if you don't have a pad and paper right now, go grab one, all right? Not only was she with the top enroller, but she is somebody that is a massive leader in this industry, and I'm so excited for you guys to hear from her. So Eryn, can you kind of just tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, like why you got in this industry, maybe what made you say yes to Eryns specifically?
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually got into the industry in 2011. I had 2 kids at the time. My husband was working 7 days a week, And I was working 3 part-time jobs when I found my first company. And I stayed with that company for almost 9 years. Okay. So I don't jump around. I just, loyalty is a huge motivation for me. And so we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, I stayed for a long time. And yes, I was a top earner. I actually met you guys on an incentive trip because we were boss babes in the business. And I didn't even realize who you were until my husband was like, wait, we ate dinner with them. And I was like, oh my gosh, but I don't have a very good memory. So I started in the industry because we needed to pay our van payment. And then very quickly I realized, maybe I can quit one of these 3 jobs. And then I realized, well, maybe I can be a stay-at-home mom for the first time, which was really what I wanted, but also to have the side challenge. And so within 2.5 years, we had paid off over $35,000 in debt. My husband had come home to be with us for 18 months during our adoption process of our youngest daughter, Primrose. And I really kind of at that point realized what I had my hands on. And it wasn't just the company or the business. It was really an industry appreciation. I love this industry. It gets a bad rap sometimes, but I really think that especially for people like me, this is such an incredible once in a lifetime kind of opportunity for a mom. I have 3 kids now, 10, 8, and almost 6. And our youngest daughter, Primrose, that we adopted in 2016, she has complex disabilities. She's nonverbal and completely blind, and she has been in the PICU every year but 2017. Our life is very different. It is very different. I was talking to my precious sponsor, Tammy, today, and I just said, it's okay if we're a team of people that have always gone against the grain a little bit. And it's okay if we're a team of people who have shirked their comfort zones. Like, that's not a status symbol to stay in your comfort zone and do mediocre crap because it's easy or it's comfortable or it's safe. Like, we can be a team that kind of says, you know what, that's not what I'm about. And it is scary out here. It is scary when you step out into the unknown. And it is scary when you say yes to an international adoption of a kiddo who completely changes your life. Those things are scary, but that is also where the joy of life comes in. And that is what we get to do here in this business. When I did not want to leave my last company, I'm just being really honest with you. I had a steady paycheck. It wasn't great anymore. Things had kind of taken a turn for me, I'll be honest, but it was still a steady, good paycheck. I was not looking to leave. November 1st, I woke up and it was like, I just looked at my husband, Chris. I was like, I'm gonna leave. It was like a moment of clarity. I had no idea about Eryns. I had no idea where I was like, I'll go back to school. I'll be a bartender because I'm pretty good at bartending. I thought, man, I'll go do that. And then Chris was like, oh yeah, we'll go to school and go into more debt. Like, what are we going to do? That doesn't make any sense. And then a couple of weeks later, I saw a post. You guys, I saw a post and I had been seeing her posts. I had been seeing her stuff and had said nothing, had not been interested, nothing. And then one day I saw a post and it was specifically meant for me. I messaged her and it was probably a week later that I joined. Why did I choose Eryns? Aspen Emery. One reason, I have had the privilege of knowing her and seeing her work and being loved by her before. And I think I would sign up for anything that she recommended. So one, and then my sponsor, Tammy. Here's the thing, you guys, people want things like this, but they want to know 2 things. You're going to have my back. You're going to have my back. You're not just signing me to make a buck. You're not just signing me because you're trying to make a goal or trying to rank up. You're going to have my back. And 2, I can trust you in that. And those 2 things are things I was 100% sure with Tammy when she signed me. I knew about her level of integrity and I knew she would have my freaking back. And that is huge in this industry that is known for a bunch of backstabbers. So you being true to the people that you sign on your team is going to like spread like ripples in an ocean. It's going to matter. And it might feel like slogging through mud sometimes, but being true to those people and walking through it with them, man, that's what the ground floor opportunity we have here. I keep trying to explain this to people when I talk to them. I got into my last company and I was considered ground floor. Okay, listen. And there was 100,000 reps and it was considered ground floor. There was no one at the top rank when I joined my last company. I was ground floor. And you guys, we're talking about less than 10,000 reps worldwide with Eryns. Like, this is next level stuff right here. It gives me full body chills to think, oh, if I stick my head in and focus, and I look at my business and I look at how I'm going to rank up, and I focus on the people that I already have in my business, but I also just believe in all the people who are going to come into my business, and I give this the next 2 years of my freaking life, I'm building legacy, generational income. So when my great grandchild decides they want to go to an elite school and they can't afford it, they can afford it because great grandma busted her ace and started something from scratch and walked away from a steady freaking paycheck because she believed in what was here. And that's exactly what happened. I'm not going to even pretend that I'm not scared. Of course I am. I literally was like, I resigned and I walked away from a guaranteed check to start from scratch. Zero. It said zero on my volume. Like, there was nothing here. And that's how much I believe in this. That's how much I believe in this team. I could have had my pick of the litter. I really could. In this company, I could have gone to anybody and said, hey, I'm thinking about coming over to Eryns, and people would have wanted me to come. And I chose this team at this time because I believe in what we're doing and I believe in the support here. And you guys can tap into that exact same energy. I know I seem like super manic and super confident, but you can tap into that energy. It's right here. You have a team of people holding you up and pushing you on because we're all walking together. We're all walking together. And I couldn't say no, even when my husband was kind of like, are you sure? I have a very long list of diagnoses in my life. I have complex PTSD, ADHD, severe panic disorder, and have been diagnosed with depression in the past year. And life is hard, and a lot of us carry very heavy burdens. And it's not easy when you have all of that happening to make a life-changing, life-altering decision and feel confident in it. I haven't doubted it once, to be honest. I really haven't. I feel like I'm supposed to be here with you guys. And so that's what makes it easy to sign brand ambassadors. How
I mean, I want to sign up with you right now. Like, heck.
Well, I wish. How could you, if you feel like this, how can you not just kind of like, it's like I posted a couple of weeks ago, like, my gift to the world is my hugs. I love to hug. I have a lot of empathy, so I feel like I communicate that through my hugs. Like, one of my gifts to the world is this business now. It's like my hugs. It has the ability to transform and to connect, to offer companionship and connection, but also to empower, to make sure somebody doesn't feel alone. It's a gift. It is. And if we stop thinking of it as, because a lot is riding on this for me, like paying bills. Okay. I was the money earner in our family up until a couple years ago. So we depend on my network marketing paycheck greatly. And so I have a lot riding on this. When you, like Cortez talked about, we're going to burn the ships when we get there. I freaking burn the mother down. It's gone. We are here and we're going to do this. And it is scary, but it is a gift that I get to offer to people. And so when I go to social media, I have 3 rules. I told Ashley this today: confidence, excitement, and vulnerability. I have, I don't know if you guys know about the Enneagram, but I'm a type 4. So my motivation is to be unique, and I like to feel things very deeply, and I'm very sensitive and creative. I'm an author, but I want and crave authenticity. So I put that out in the world, but I also crave it back. And so guess who I'm attracting in my life? People who are real, the real deal. And so you have to remember, if you have a part of your brain called the reticular activator, if you are putting out things that are false and don't feel real to you, and they don't feel like who you really are, and it's all very fear-based, and I get it. Trust me, I get it. you're not like attracting it. It's not like the universe is conspiring to send you only those people, but your brain is only noticing them. Your brain is like, oh, Eryn is, in a really bad mood and she doesn't like people who wear high heels. So she's never going to notice a picture of a woman wearing high heels. I mean, that's a stupid example, but that's how it works. It's the same thing when you have labels or false beliefs about yourself. Nobody likes me. I don't know. That's the only thing that came to my mind. Nobody likes me. That is a subconscious belief that you have, and your brain, its job is to agree with you. So it's going to seek out evidence that nobody likes you. But what if we started just freaking like a revolution of flipping that on its head? I pay a lot of money for therapy, okay? A lot. And one of the things that we work on all the time is reframing. And I had to reframe my life to get out of a situation that I didn't belong in anymore. And I had to step out into the unknown. And instead of thinking, you're an idiot, why would you do this? No one in their right mind would leave a steady paycheck for something that is, there are no guarantees. No one would do this. Instead of that, I have literally only played on a loop in my head. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome. I am awesome. This is going to be awesome. My team is awesome, because I can reframe all of those false labels and those false thoughts. And then my brain starts to look at evidence to prove to me that it's true. Eryn, you are awesome. Look at the world. It's so awesome. And they all want your gift of, CBD oil or the business. And I think that it just comes out of me. And you can't teach that. You can't teach it, but all of us possess it. You all possess a story that is important and that is needed and that is unique. And the world has to hear it. It doesn't matter how far you go in this business. If you do not tell your story, people will not grow the way that they're meant to grow. You are meant to impact people. It doesn't matter if you're soaked in debt and living on the government and living in a trailer and you feel like you have no influence on anybody, or you're living in another country and you haven't even heard of Eryns yet because we're not open in that country, and you've been told your whole life that you're not going to amount to anything. None of it matters. Nothing disqualifies you. Absolutely nothing. You have a story that matters. And if you work your business from that place, you will succeed, because you are going to find the people who need your fire, who need your hugs, who need your leadership. It's going to happen. And it might take time. I've had a nice little boon and a bump of 11 people. That's usually not my style. To be honest with you, after almost 9 years in the business, I was never a mass recruiter. I was kind of like a quality over quantity kind of chick over here. Like, I'm just doing my business over here real small. And it just expanded over time. And so, yeah, it's really flashy to tell you guys I signed 11 brand ambassadors, and I pray every single one of you experiences how fun that is. It is so fun, but it's also not your goal. Your goal is not to be on this call as a mass enroller or a mass recruiter. It's not the goal. It is a byproduct of sharing your story and being vulnerable and confident and excited about what you have your hands on. And that's going to expand every single time you post. And like I said, I saw Tammy posting. I didn't have any interest in what she was doing. I did not ask her about it. I didn't like and comment, oh girl, send me more info on anything, until the day I pulled up Facebook, saw that one specific post that was written right to my heart, and messaged her. And I was like, all right, it's time to talk. Don't fluff it up for me. You be straight to the point and tell me why Eryns? And that's going to be everyone's question. CBD is everywhere. It's just going to grow in popularity. It's going to grow, and people can go down the street and get their CBD from Joe Schmo CBD store with the vape shop next door. They have options, varied options. They're going to want to know why Eryns? Why am I going to spend this with you? And you need to know that. Why you know why you joined. You know why you're here. That's all. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You don't have to have the science. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to have scripts. Just share what made you decide to do this. That's what people want to hear. They want to hear your authentic story. Now, whether or not they say, oh yeah, let me do it, I want to do it too, is not under your jurisdiction. You don't get to control that, but you get to control how authentically you share your story. I know that you have other things to ask me. Sorry. Stop.
No, I love it. I would have interjected if I needed to.
Don't ever stop.
You did incredible and amazing and awesome. Okay, so I do want to share my screen because Eryn sent me a couple of posts today that I want to share with you guys. And what I kind of want you guys to do, you can take screenshots of them. Obviously, you can go to her page, follow her. But I want you to talk through when you're posting, Eryn, you already told us your 3 roles. You're vulnerable, you're creative, and you're excited. But what are you messaging people? Are they coming to you? Are you messaging them? Are you just sitting back? Like, what does that look like? And I'm going to screen share so you guys can kind of see some of these. All right, so there's one. I'm going to put them all kind of on here, and hopefully you guys.
Oh, okay. That one's one of my favorites. I'll talk about that one first. Okay, so the middle one, the Have a Holly Jolly Coffee. That's one of my favorite things to do. You can get a gift card from Starbucks. I just do it through the app, and you don't see it on there. But if you were to scroll down, I screenshotted the barcode, and I had like $25 on this gift card, and I just put it up on Facebook, and people could take it into Starbucks, order what they wanted, and scan the card. And it was like a way of me gifting them a coffee. I've done it a few times, and it has been so awesome. It obviously has nothing to do with the business. It's just me trying to make somebody's day a little bit brighter, and also just give me a little bit of interaction that's not about the business, because I'm hardcore building this thing to director by February. Okay. So I tend to get a little like her about it, and it's just too much. And people are like, oh, stop posting. So it's just nice to sometimes just interject like, hey, I do have other things to say in my life besides Eryns. And so that's a really good tool. You could do $10. You guys, people are so appreciative of it. I had people sending me selfies, and they had their kids, and their kids had gotten hot chocolate. I mean, it was so special. And I just had to share that because it got me so much interaction, and it just made me feel like $1 million for $25.
I love that. Okay, so tell us about this post.
Okay, so this is coming from my marketing background. Do not give away the entire farm to the guy who comes down the road wanting to talk to you about buying your dairy cow. So you don't want to spill all your beans. I'm like metaphoring the heck out of all of you. There's the writer in me. You don't want to give all the information. I have not once said the name of this company in a post. There's a couple reasons for that. But the main one is I want people to ask me. I want them to private message me or text me. I do not want them researching and Googling this company without me knowing it. That is not me being nosy. That's a marketing strategy. The more information I have about my potential customer, the better I can help them and the faster I can close them. So I want them to ask me. Saying 2 amazing women joined my business today, and it was 6 in the last 6 days. It could be anything. You could say signed 2 customers up for my amazing oil today. That makes 4 for the month. I mean, whatever victory it is, scream about it. Scream about it. And you don't have to say for $57 and they got my $10 VIP thing. Just tease them. It's like you have a carrot is not enticing. You have a bottle of champagne on a fishing pole and you're just dangling it in front of a mama's face. And of course that mama's like, oh, I want some champagne. Give me some rosé. That's what you're doing. You're just tempting them. So they're like, wait, what's she doing? Is she really having success? Because a lot of people are going to want to know that too. And this is what I love that Ashley taught me. I don't have a lot to say about where I have been, but I have a lot to say about where I'm going. So even if you're like, well, Eryn, I haven't signed a brand ambassador, haven't yet signed a VIP, you're gonna. So you need to talk with excitement. Oh my gosh, I can't wait till this weekend. I'm going to help 3 people start a business with me and make an income from their phone. It is 2020. It's time that we all get on this train. I mean, come on. All of us can have a little, oh no, I'm not very.
Pep in our step.
I don't know what that is. It's like a hoedown. We can all have that gumption. That's what I'm looking for. The balls to say what we're going after without fear of what are they going to think if I fall flat on my face. I have fallen flat on my face publicly a lot. I fell on my deck today physically, but like metaphorically, I have fallen on my face so many times, and not one time has it caused me anything but a better rebound. So go, be bold, say what you want, say what you're going after, say what your dreams are with unabashed excitement. And who cares if you fall on your face? I'll be there like, hey girl, I'm down here too. Let's get up and go. You know, it's going to be fine. Okay, this next one. That's so tiny, and I obviously am
starting from scratch, which is perfect because you're just talking about falling on your face.
All of us are starting from scratch here, okay? It doesn't matter. Yes, I did come from another company, but all of us are starting from scratch. Eryns is starting from scratch. We're officially launching in April. Like, we're all starting from scratch. It is a scary place to be, but it is also so exciting. Have you guys read Brené Brown? If you haven't read Brené Brown, I don't have her book on my table right there. You need to read what she says about this audacity to fail, this audacity to dare to try something new, to try something different, to finally put down all the crap that's not meant for us and walk towards our purpose and towards what's meant for us. That is an incredible place to be. And you should feel a little scared. That's good. It's good to feel that, a little bit of fear. It keeps us on our toes. It alerts our brains and our hearts that something exciting or maybe a little dangerous is going to happen. So your adrenaline kicks up a little bit. It's a good thing. But you should feel mostly like freaking pumped about the future, because every single one of us here right now, we are part of the global launch team for a groundbreaking company with a groundbreaking comp plan and a leadership team who cares more about our hearts than our wallets. Okay, well, we're all going to be millionaires. And I'm not saying that lightly. It is what is happening. So you can have the confidence to say, oh, this is crazy. I'm not even really sure what I'm doing yet, because I'm not. Like, I didn't even know how to get paid until 2 weeks ago, guys. You can have the confidence to put crap up like this. This business is next level. Yup. Leading the charge into this next decade as one of the first people to launch something globally is literally keeping me up at night with anticipation. Speaking of marketing, like putting my mind in that space that used to work for ad agencies. This is huge. This is once in a lifetime ground. And all you have to do is come as yourself. All you got to do is show up as yourself. All you got to do is be coachable. Keep your mind focused on the good and the positive. And you can have all of the same opportunities as Ashley has had, as any of us has had. You just got to be who you are, and everything that's meant to be in this business is going to come as long as you stay consistent and you put in the work. That's one guarantee. I can't guarantee, you're going to go 2-star diamond and make $14.5 thousand in a month. I can't guarantee that, but I can guarantee if you stick with it and you post and you share your heart honestly, and you develop your heart and your brain, you're going to see success. Okay, this is about my old business. Basically, this is another one. I mean, I'm just putting it out there, you guys. And there are probably a lot of people who don't like this, to be honest with you. There's probably a few people out there looking at this thinking, she's being awfully bold. I'm not sorry about that. If you need an extra income, want a new challenge, or love an insane opportunity to grow, you need to message me, not comment. Please, you guys, don't tell people to comment under you unless they're entering a giveaway with you. Don't have them comment, because they're going to comment anyway. And if you want to keep engagement really high on your posts, become a, what is it called? A GIF? I can never remember.
Yeah, GIFs.
Whatever. Become a guru at those. Because if you go look at my posts, I'm like all over it. If you put love you girl on my post, you're going to get a GIF back. And it just keeps my post coming back up to the top of people's news feeds. Because I want engagement on my posts, but I want all the business in my messenger. And I have not messaged anybody first yet. That's just where I am. Right now, I am putting out posts like this, very bold, sharing my heart, sharing my vision of what's happening. Everyone who follows me on social media knows my family has been through a lot since we adopted our daughter. If they have been following me for 2 years, they know that we have had a lot of trauma and things have been very hard. And so they know when I say this is hard and it's a big deal. they know what that carries and the weight that it carries. And that's why it's important for you guys to share your lives authentically. People are dying for that. Everybody's, lined up to watch the Golden Globes last night, right? I mean, I saw every time I got on Instagram today, my stories were filled with people obsessing over these, huge garments. Like J-Lo's bow, it was like, this is her face and here was her bow. I was like, how did you sit by somebody? Get your bow out of my face. I mean, it was crazy. But people are so obsessed with the glamour and the glitz because they just don't feel like they're enough. So they fill their minds and they fill their brains with all of these images when really all they crave is true and authentic connection. And you can be that. You can have a crappy day, but you can say, y'all, today has been hard, but you know what? I'm enough. I can do this. It's okay. I sat down and had another cup of coffee and played Uno with my kids. It got a new perspective. You guys can get a new perspective too. You can still have a bad day. You can still have a bad year. And you can go through hard things. And people will still want to join your business if you share with them the light and the dark. It's a juxtaposition that we have to have in our lives. I sign people in this business because I cannot be anything other than completely transparent about myself. And so when I say, jump in this with me, people are like, well, what diving board? Where are we meeting? What pool are we going to? Which cliff? Because I can't be anything other than that. And I just think that's something that you guys can grasp. It's not about the perfect script. Ashley was like, what are you saying in your messages? And I was like, oh crap, it's all voice memo. I don't have anything written because like today I was cleaning my kitchen and I was like, oh my gosh, they just came out with this new kit and it's going to give everybody a discount on these 3 products. These are what the 3 products do. I'm so freaking excited. Now you can get it as a starter kit and like blah, 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 blah. And it's just like one of the girls responded back to me. She was like, I love it when you voice memo me. And I was like, why? Because you can hear that I'm crazy. And she was like, no, because you're just so excited. I'm like, I just am like running around my kitchen trying to dust and it's making no sense. And I ended up mopping and I'm just so excited. And so my messages are always, thank you for, usually it's commenting. Or if they message me and say, hey girl, I saw your post. What's that about? I'll just say, hold on, let me get on my other hat. I'm not going to look at you guys. So I'll just say, hey girl, thank you so much for commenting on my post. Yeah, I am loving this new gig. It's a new company. So I'm really pumped about that because we get to be part of the global launch team, which basically means this is like once in a lifetime network marketing ground. So I get to be a part of the ground floor of a brand new company. The other best part of this is the people. I absolutely love the founder. I've known her for years. I trust her. She just has a heart for this industry, but realized that there was a gap in what we had offered to us, and she's bringing us the best. Our customer program is amazing. Our customers get our discount for life by paying a one-time $10 fee, no obligation to buy. Coming from where I came from, that's a huge deal. That is a huge deal. You guys, that is a boon in your favor that your customers do not have to agree to a certain amount of money spent per month or a certain amount of months to spend. It's huge. So when I say that, I'm literally like, freedom. Okay. Anyway. And I love the business. The business is so simple. I have a left leg and a right leg, and I get to help both of them build and make the income that they need and deserve from the work that they do. And then of course we have amazing training. What products have you most interested? CBD, skincare, supplements. I'll share more about that once I hear back from you. And then we go from there.
Boom.
Yeah. I mean, this is not formulary. I have a couple of shortcuts. Okay. So once they tell me the product that they are interested in, that's the only reason I ask that question, you guys. I want them to respond to me. Sometimes people will say, hey, send me info just because they're nosy and they're not really sure that they want to do what you're doing. But I want them to respond to me. I want them to invest in this conversation. So I just ask them that, or I'll say, you're looking for something to do while you're holding that sweet baby or something. I just want them to invest back. I don't want to talk to a wall. I want to talk to a human. So I get them to respond back. And then some ways that I take shortcuts, because you guys, I'm not all about like spinning your wheels and reinventing the wheel and all of that. So I send them to my website and I say, there's a huge play button on the main page. Click it. You guys, people love that video. They love that video. I loved that video. And so I just send them to that and say, watch this. I have a lot to do, so I'll message you back around 6. Does that work? Yeah, that works. 6 o'clock. I'm showing up because I said I would. It doesn't matter if they've watched the video or not. Here I am. I come back and I do type this. I'll be like, hey girl, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's 6:15. Kids were crazy. Just want to see if you had a chance to watch the video and what you thought. It's just a natural back and forth. It's like, I don't show up to Starbucks to meet with my girlfriend, as a robot. I show up as me with, spit up in my hair and probably a booger in my nose. You're just showing up to the conversation. And if you're unsure of what to say, guess what you get to do? You get to message your upline and say, hey, I got somebody who's interested in the business. I'm scared to death. And we're going to say, oh my gosh, put us in a group chat. We would love to talk with them. Or, you're on the phone with them and you're like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to answer this. You're texting us, hey, I don't know how to answer this question. I'm going to type it up for you. I'll type you the exact thing to say and you can read it just like a little script. Like, you have so much here. This is the thing, is like, you put a bunch of horses in their starting gate to go race at Churchill Downs. They're all focused on one thing. We're all focused on one thing. We want to go director and beyond in this business. We're not playing small potatoes with 1 star. Yeah, you might want 1 star, but you don't really want 1 star. Like, you want to like sip on 1 star and then kind of like fly to the Slurpee counter instead and like drink from the director fountain. So you're all focused on director, right? All of you. And we're all in the starting gate. And do you think any of those horses are like, well, what if I get mud on my butt? Or what if my jockey, hits me too hard? That's a weird one. Or whatever. They're not concerned about that. They're just running. They want to win. I want to win. I don't really care if I don't know all of the steps, or if I'm going to step in mud, or if I'm going to fall on my face, or if it's going to be a photo finish and I'm barely going to make my goal. I'm just going to work for my goal. And I'm going to utilize all the tools that I have at my disposal, which might be sticking Ashley in a group chat because holy crap, I have no idea what this person is asking me. That's fine. I'm going to use those third-party tools. And also, you have people who are making a lot of money here. So when somebody's like, I don't know, I've tried those things before. Are you really going to make money? I'll be like, let Ashley slide up in your DMs and she'll can tell you all the money, all the things. I had a FaceTime with her. I think it was yesterday. Was that yesterday? Yeah. And I got off and I was like jumping up and down in my bedroom, and I called the very first brand ambassador I signed. I was like, I don't even know what just happened, but this is really amazing. And I started that call kind of insecure. You remember, I was like, I don't really know that I have this all figured out. I'm not sure I'm doing it right. And I ended it literally jumping, and I was like, this is going to be amazing. We're going to make so much freaking money. Everyone is going to be adopting kids. Like, I got like so pumped about what was going to happen in this business because Ashley can pour that confidence when I don't have it, when I'm depleted and I'm like, I don't even know what's happening. You have people that can step in for you and be your confidence and be your heart. Just like we'll be your tears when you're sad. We can also be your work when you're kind of run out of ideas. We can do that for you. Do not neglect the incredible work simply because of the possibility somebody might catch you with a question you don't have an answer for, or might catch you in a moment that makes you feel like you doubt yourself a little bit. Don't neglect the work because of those things. Those things are going to come for all of us. We're all going to have those moments, but we're going to all keep running like those racehorses, knowing at the end we cross the finish line. No matter what happens, no matter if somebody says they'd rather smoke weed than use CBD oil, or, whatever ridiculous things people say to you guys. Luckily, I haven't had any of that yet, but I was kind of a magnet for it in my last company. People said the weirdest stuff to me. So I'm sure it's going to, I did have somebody ask me if I could smuggle it into Canada. I was like, first of all, I don't like jail. And second of all, I'm in Georgia. Like, I don't even know how I get to Canada from here. Through New York, maybe? I don't even know. Like, no, I'm not doing that. That's the weirdest question that I've had so far. But some of you get some weird stuff. And it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine if you don't sign a VIP or a brand ambassador this week. That doesn't discount you from the thing that could come for you the week after. And I think getting that in your heart and holding that super, super tight all the time is going to be a key to all of you having resilience and grit. This industry, entrepreneurs have to have grit. You guys are entrepreneurs. You're like the elite of the world. People who dare to step out on their own and dare to walk out of tradition. You guys are like so special. And you have the vision to see what's possible here and to say yes to it. You should all feel incredibly confident in that. You should all feel powerful and shaky knees or not, where you're marching towards. And I think that that's something that you should own a little bit stronger and own a little bit more. And I think you'll find that it doesn't matter what anybody says, and it doesn't matter how your week goes. You're just still looking at the finish line. That director Slurpee bar, whatever that was that I said, that was so weird.
I loved that analogy. That was the best. The director's Slurpee line.
I don't even know.
Oh my gosh. Eryn, thank you so much. I just feel
you're welcome.
poured into every single person. Somebody on the chat said earlier, you just saved us $1 gazillion in therapy. And I was like, that was so awesome. You guys, can you not see why and how with that contagious energy, she's the top enroller? Okay. And what I want to say real quick before we get off this Zoom is you might be sitting there going, but I don't have her confidence, or I don't have her personality, or, I don't have that. But you know what? You're you. And that is your superpower. And the world needs you. Just like Eryn needed that post from Tammy that day. She wasn't even interested in what Tammy had to offer any other day of the week prior to that, until it was those words. And you might also be on here going, I don't really build on social media. That's okay. When you're talking to people, do your friends know what you're doing? Does your family know what you're doing? Are you stuck in a grocery line looking down at your phone the entire time? Or are you up and giving the world you and who you are and being you? So whether it's on social or it's in person, you guys can start taking parts of your personality, hone that confidence, get on these calls, because it just does instill that. I talked to somebody yesterday and I was like, it's kind of like going to church, right? Or working out. When you work out, you feel really good, and then you want to work out the next day, and you want to work out the next day. But when you take a day off, it's harder to go the next day. And then all of a sudden you work out again and you get that excitement back. Same thing with going to church, right? It's the same thing about this business. Motion creates emotion. And so if you're feeling a lack of happy, good, excitement, confident emotion, that means you need to put one foot in front of the other. And like Nikki Van Timmeren says, do one thing. Just do one thing to get you into action, to get you into motion, to start feeling that. And you guys, sometimes it's just getting on these calls. How many of you tonight felt poured into? Put a 7 in the chat if you just felt poured into and your soul on fire because of what Eryn just said to you tonight, right? Do you think that could carry you through a little bit until the next Zoom or until the next conversation with your upline? See, Eryn, oh my gosh, you seriously just brought fire to every single person on here. I am so excited. All right, so what I want to say to you guys, just to kind of wrap up this call real quick, is we have 8 weeks to hit that Slurpee line all the way to Director Summit. 8 weeks from today, or from this week, okay, 8 weeks to qualify to be at that Director Summit. If you don't have a plan in place, if you have the lack of confidence that you can even be there, you need to set up a coaching call with me, with Steph, with Nikki, with Tammy, with Mickey, anybody that is in your upline, right? You need to set up a coaching call and a plan, a game plan to get in that Slurpee line to accelerate these 8 weeks and get your butt to Director Summit. We do not want to go there without you, okay? All right. So we need to get that done for you. And then there was one other thing I was going to say. Oh, just last thing, you guys, circle back around to every single person that is on your team. They might be inactive. Some of you have been doing this since, NDA phase with Mike and I, and has signed a bunch of free people that just got in and got their spot, and they have no idea what they're leaving on the table. They have no idea what they have their hands on. Or some of you enrolled a month ago or 2 months ago and enrolled somebody that's not doing anything. Circle back around to them and say, hey, you know what? Voice audio, right? Like Eryn was saying, voice audio, and say something like, you know what, you said yes to Eryns for a reason. You said yes to this. You said yes to yourself. You said yes to your family for a reason. And I don't want you to go into this new decade, to go into this new year and let this opportunity just pass you by. Seriously, you're already in. You have a spot. Let's get you going. what would a little bit of extra income do for your family right now? If I were to deposit $500 into your bank account, what would that do for you? Give them that little, dangle that champagne bottle in front of them, even if they're already in, right? Some people have no idea what they have their hands on. They just said yes to something because they saw an opportunity. They need to connect their head, heart, and feet, like Denise has taught us, to actually go run with this. So circle back around to every single person that is on your team that's not working and not doing anything. It's not watering dead seeds. There is a time and a place for that. It's time, though, to circle back around. So, all right, it is 10 o'clock. We're going to hop off of here. It's been an hour. I will get this recording up as soon as possible. Thank you so much to all of you guys that were able to hop on here. I pray a special blessing over you tonight. All of these words are just sinking into your hearts and minds, that you guys can run tomorrow and take everything that you needed from this call to transform your business, to renew your business, to renew your minds, and just run forward. So, all right, guys, we love you all. Good night.